On the second floor of the Carolina Theater in downtown Durham, an exhibit stands remembering 60 years since mass demonstrations took place in 1963, calling on an end to segregated facilities.
Looking back on it now, even just knowing that.
Former state senator Floyd McKissick Jr. remembers it like it was yesterday.
Well, I'm part of the last generation that remembers segregation in America, that lived it, that saw it, that experienced it firsthand.
6 decades ago, the former senator and Durham city councilman was participating in civil rights demonstrations with his father, the late civil rights leader Floyd McKissick Sr.
There's a picture of me picketing when I was about 9 or 10 years old in front of Royal Ice Cream place over in Durham. But I mean, I wanted to picket. I wanted to be out there. I mean, and while you were picketing, the Ku Klux Klan would come by and throw out leaflets telling you that you've been visited by the next Ku Klux Klan. But at our home, from dusk dark to break of dawn, we had people sitting there with shotguns and rifles to protect us because we had so many threats coming in.
Efforts to desegregate Durham started long before the 1960s, with the Royal Ice Cream Parlor sit-in in 1957. In January of 1961, on the same day of President John F. Kennedy's inauguration, Durham schools and colleges began peacefully protesting outside the Carolina Theater and other theaters in downtown Durham. Some of those students were from North Carolina Central University.
They didn't, sort of wave away from this idea that, sometimes you have to put your body on the line. And that's what we're talking about, people putting that body on the line.
Andre Van is an NC Central professor and coordinator of the school's archives. He took me on a tour of the theater's second floor where a civil rights exhibit currently stands.
This gives you a great example of the window that they would have seen where they would come here, but also note the sign here, colored must sit in the balcony. That's real.
Finally, in 1963, a number of mass protests took place calling on desegregation.
And it took place over about a 3-4 day period that resulted in over 800 people being arrested. That really led to a change in Durham. And Mayor Wentz Gabarick took office in that time frame.
By the summer, with the help of community members and a newly elected mayor, 90% of Durham restaurants and other businesses across the city were desegregated. McKissick told me when he looks back in those times, he sees progress, but the work is not done.
We still have a long way to go in terms of America being a just and equal society, but I'm very much encouraged by the progress we've made over the last 60 years.
And the work continues on. In Durham, Brea Hollingsworth, CBS 17 News.